somewhere.
No, bells you got first. Well done. Oh, voice, can we start? How do we start this voice module? Where is Unreal Engine? Hello? Was I working? I wish there was a button just to tell Unreal, yo. So last time, what did we do? Last time we got the towers to have their range and damage updatable. I need to. So then good. Explosion range. What does the explosion range look like? 40% crit chance. Crit damage. Crit chance. Ah, that's the thing that I want to change today. So today what I need to do is actually spawn the enemies a bit closer together. Because if we spawn a... This will be a feature for later on. But if we spawn a group like this, what ends up happening is they don't actually splash damage each other. So let's figure out how do we define that. I've got a map called level. Hills. So there's 3 hills. This one, weirdly, so copy that. Do we not have a data object for that? Or is it just called level 1? We go spawn this level 1. So that's spawn this level 1. Where is that? So spawn this. Test 6. Do asset action. Where is it? Sorry. Okay. Interval, there we go. So let's change this to 0.3. No difference. This is the right one. I guess it's an easy way of testing it. Let's change the enemy that spawns. Oh, it's not that one either. Is it level 1? Let's do this. Find references. This one. TD level selected data. Select level. So doesn't help, but it doesn't help. It does kind of. So level 1, level 2 static map 5, which is using test static 6. It's this one, which we definitely modified. But didn't we change it? We did change it. So why is that? Is it actually this one? don't think it's this one. I've got a, oh wait, I've got a spawn manager. That's what I have. Spawn manager. Yeah, don't I? Enemy manager, maybe? That looks better. Okay, so we've got begin player. It sets up all of that. That checks the data module. What does this return? Oh, that's the data module, not the data. That's the in-game data module that we're protecting, not some other data module. Fine. Configure this. Game instance, get level by name, load asset, load the data table. So this is blocking. So let's see, which one do we get here? Wait, so we get all of this. Don't we set this data somewhere? Oh, there we go. Spawn list level 1. This must work in a different way. So we get the level name. The level index will be set from the load menu. Debug override. So I've overridden something here and forgotten what I've done. So get level by name. Then we load an asset. Oh, select level data, which is this one, based off of its name. So this one's returning level 1. So it's actually get level by name. Ah, there we go. Is debug mode. So because we've got debug mode, let's actually add something to that. So debug override, get level by name. Get level by name. Debug has a debug override in it. So that's why it's getting that, which is fine. We can use level 1. Let's just modify level 1 then. Oh, the spawn interval's 2, no wonder. Oh, this should be much better. Yeah, look at that. Now it's actually hitting multiple. Much better. Keep selecting the wrong one. Huh? I'm sure I selected this. Wow, that's too much damage. Too much damage. No, what did I want? I wanted to actually open the cannon and tower in the C++ code. Cannon and tower. This. Draw. Where is it? Set a project. Maybe it's in the projectile. It's not that. It's draw debug sphere. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? So it's going to be, let's look at the projectile class. Projectile. Yeah, draw debug sphere. Its lifetime is set to 1. Oh, so I've got persistence equal true, so persistence should be equal to false, and then it'll actually use the lifeline. So this must actually, does this, so this overrides this then. So if I go into this class, where is persistence? Here, get debug line in batch. UE draw server debug on each client. Interesting. Is there dedicated? There's not equal to dedicated server, so this will be the one that runs. Uline batch component. Is in world, and so is it in the world, and then is that in the foreground? Persistent line. So if the life is great, so if it's persistent line, all the life is greater than 0. Yeah, okay, so that's what it does. Fine, that makes sense. Can we? Will that affect live? Will that now just basically change every single one of the ones that I have already? Let's see. Oh, my back is so stiff. I keep sitting like a... not correctly. So if I click resume now, in theory there should start... Actually, no, these would have been all registered as... because they get registered on a stack. So only the new ones that get registered would be non... whatever it's called. I think the default range of this needs to be increased. Yeah, the default splash is not big enough. Oh, so let's double it. So the splash base value is 100. Let's go with 200. And then 225, 250, 300. Let's see if that feels a bit better. Still seems very small. Do we have that bug back where it doesn't actually change it? You know, the one that I thought I fixed last stream? Hydrate! Thank you to Neron for the hydrate, the posture check, and stretch. Oh. My posture is actually good because my back hurts and I'm actually sitting correctly for once. Yeah, projectile splash damage is 100, so it's never being updated.
The tape is now completely rewound, ready for play.
Attack damage is 27. Pretty sure that's all wrong. There we go. So that's all of that. Is it a splash projectile? Yes. But then why is... So fixed tower range, not updating the decal. That's correct. Oh, so I didn't actually fix what I thought it did. So where are we setting attack struct dot, what is it? Oops. Are we setting this anyway? Here we're setting it. We're setting it to the splash range. What does that give us? So splash range here is 100. Fine. But don't we call this somewhere else? I thought we called it... There's set splash range. And here's the begin play. Da, 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 da. Let's go into the tower actor, because we've got that. Here we go. Update tower range, it gets called. But we never update the other things. So we need to actually update... So let's go update tower stats, like that. Member function. Not sure why you decided to put it there, but okay. Let's go to it. Then inside of this, what we'll do is we will go, what is it? Upgrade component. How did we update the decal? Let's look at that one. So here, attack range. Let's start by seeing set attack projectile splash radius, and then go splash radius. That's not a property of this because that exists on the cannon tile, right? Splash range. Yeah, splash range exists on here, so this needs to actually happen. And here. Really, this should all be in here. I want to see what order it's called in, because in theory, that should call the parent, then this one should be called. So by this point, we should have all the info we need. So now that I've made that change. Oh, I hate that these are separate. Fine. Let's just rebuild. I think that should solve it. Let's see if I understand the lifetime correctly. Yeah, there we go. I need to get rid of this tower info thing. Just random info on here that we don't know gonna need. This is just, it should just have the most insane, there we go. So then, since it was only stuck to 100, let's try 200. Might need to make it a bit bigger. Let's be generous. Let's make it 250. Oh, that scaling that I was about to do. 250, 275, 300, 450. I do need to find a way to make incentivize players to upgrade versus purchase new towers. We'll see. I don't want it to attack a middle one, so there we go. That's what I want. Is I want you to be able to hit 3 with the tower. Okay, that I am very happy with. Now, what I want to check is its damage being correct? So the damage should be 25. So let's go into this. Turn that one off. We can turn this one off. Are there any others? Is percentage. Like that one's never used. Actually, wait, let's just turn that one off. Okay, we can turn that off. Then we want to go back to the missile. Not missile, just the standard projectile. And I want to see... Wrong tower. Yeah, attack struct. What is the damage it currently does? Attack damage is wrong, so we need to update that as well. I wonder if the simpler way of doing this is just to call... Oh. Basically, just have a function that goes through and updates everything that should be updated. Maybe. Well, we know that if we go back to the cannon tower now, not the cannon tower, the actual actor, the tower actor. We know we've got begin player. We know we've got set up components there. We've got this, the update range. We set up the components. I think we still want to have an update to tower stats, actually. Update tower stats. That happens in here. And let's just generate that. Let's move it down. Duplicate that, move that down, put that there. This. So we're going to have that. And then what we're going to do is attack. What was the correct way of doing this? Because I didn't want to have it. So update range, so it's decal relative, so attack range, okay. So then I do this, what do we have? Let's try and do all of these in there. That. Delete. And delete. So, upgrade component, get current upgrade value, upgrade, attack type, attack. Don't we have an attack range? Isn't that defaulted? Oh, it might just be called range. Fair. So then we go... Attack range is equal to that. Whoops. And we can go... That... J. Save. That. Okay. Damage. Speed. Critical chance. Critical amount. Fantastic. So this should now all have whatever is set inside that data structure gets put on, provided it's been defined. If it's not defined, it gets the default value, and then that's just bad on me. But I would say these are the core elements that every tower is going to have. So it's a good idea that we have this. So let's do this for now. Stop. Let's do that. I want to check by the time we get to that point in the code that we actually did update all of it. Oh. What is the shortcut to toggle this on? Is there no shortcut key for that? Key map. What is this called? Mute. Doesn't have anything. Maybe I should set that. Oh. Why are you unhappy? Update selected tower. Ooh. Huh? Wait, you make no sense. I didn't touch that. No, I don't want to save. Hmm. Man, sometimes hard reloading really breaks everything. Mm-hmm. I think after this, what we'll do is I'm going to merge this back to main. While we merge back to main, let me turn on one of my VMs so that we can do a build quickly. Windows. Let's get a Windows VM started for Unreal. Ooh, I am missing. It won't work. I will be right back. I need to go turn on another machine. I'm back. I realized that we had an electrician come and one of my basically my ass was offline. So as much as I could try and do a build, it would fail because it couldn't copy it anyway. Hopefully, it all starts up and I don't actually have to connect to it manually. Why not shortly? Otherwise, I'll just do a local build so I can test it. Who is it on? Okay, finally, it looks like it's starting up. Oh. Okay, so let's check if that worked. Because then I want to have a playthrough, see what do I work on next. I think I might start building the second map then. And then I can start bringing enemies in. Oh, shit. Eh? Why are you null? You literally have this thing. Yeah, look. You've got an upgrade component. So then... Exec! Why is nobody here? I got paid by the news for a tip. Really? That's pretty cool. Oh, it crashes because there's no current value. That's pretty cool. What did you tell them? Drugs? Drugs everywhere? Oh, we don't have attack speed. So you could tell them what the tip was from my thing. You reported to them that the US is about to strike to Iran, and 2 hours later they struck Iran. You could read the future, Hexic. It's very important. It's very important. What are the lotto numbers? What are the lotto numbers, man? I didn't even hear about that. Like, how did that not make any other news stories that I get? Because usually I hear about that, but it was like super quiet. You have 30 gigabytes of information on Iran. You're the FBI. I had to tell you something, and now I can't remember what I had to tell you. I was like, oh, when I stream, I'm going to tell Hexic this thing that I forgot to tell Hexic, and now I can't remember. You've been monitoring it very closely. Wow. Well, I have friends in RFA based in the Middle East. That also makes sense. I mean, look how many aircraft left the UK the other day. They leak things to you. Upgrade component. So this code is so bad. $37 aircraft. Refueling jets left Qatar, heading for Israel. That's a lot. So let's change this code to do... Let's just go if... Wait, this is... this. So let's just do... if... return... okay, that... Alright, airspace started clearing, so I knew something was happening. I leaked it and they reported on it and I got paid because it happened. Also, coincidentally own Lockheed stocks, but that doesn't matter. Lockheed stock is a good one to own. Probably also get some BAE systems. Get some UK ones. This is where you turn around and you tell me you already have them. I have a bunch of arms manufacturer stocks. It never loses value. It only ever goes up. It mostly goes up, yeah. One of the other ones that's not technically arms, strictly speaking, that I own is Airbus. Boeing, no. I don't have Boeing stock. I have Airbus. I'm very glad I have Airbus stock, not Boeing stock, because the Airbus stock that I have has gone up considerably. I'm I don't know. Boeing's an interesting one. I think after the huge issue, the large. So basically, when Boeing started having all those issues a few years ago, I was like, this is probably a good time to buy Airbus stock, and it turns out it was. It was a very good time to buy it. Can we do has upgrade type? It's not how you write an if statement in this language. Iran isn't very good at hitting its target. It's a war with Israel and the US, and so far they've hit. Yikes. There are more countries that aren't even involved. Saudi Arabia have joined in because of an attack on the Saudi territory, which I was not expecting at all. Interesting. We could just do that, and then what this will do. Let's do this. Let's add some debugging.
In this droid, you will find everything you need to succeed on your journey. Good luck, Jedi. You are not alone.
It's interesting to see our politicians shitting the bed all over this. Yeah. Trumpo. Percent S, and then do I have the enum type? Oh, I do. Nice. Wait, isn't it enum? Hold on, enum. Enum to string? Is that right? No. Oh. There we go. What's up? Huh? What? Cannot print value of f string with formatter s that implies. How about that? Are you happy now? Yes, you are. Why have I bookmarked that? Okay, so that should now actually work. Let's restart that. What is happening here? I'm writing some C++ code that handles upgrading my tower stats from the upgrade component when we start the tower up for the first time. Twitch will let me pay to update my sub, but won't let me use my Prime sub. It has to expire in order for you to be able to use your Prime sub. At least that's how I think it works. So hold on. It is very dumb. Because the thing is, they don't want you to use your Prime sub. What do you mean? I will show you in a second. Here we go. So what I was doing was I was writing the code that when this tower is placed, it updates all its data from its upgrade component. So if I open that tower for you, press F8 and we go P cannon tower, and then we go to the class for it. Unreal, do you want to open it? Oh, there. But that code will now, this code over here, not that one, tower, this one. This code here now pulls all of this out. You see, now we'll have all of this code at the top there. We'll pull all the data from here and correctly settle them. You have no idea how coding works? No. You can always learn. How is your game? Is this your game? It is my game, yes. So, what it looks like. What is coding? Who's coding? Where is coding? They don't make money from it. Wait, what? Twitch does. Well, yeah, so they provide for free Hexic, and they don't really make money from it, which is why they won't allow you to auto-renew it, because the person that you give it to, they have to give some amount of money to. So this is my game. It's still very much in development. Hey, thank you for the subscription. And let's see, did it work? Attack struct 250. Attack damage is still wrong, so I need to check that. But that's fine. Is this one wrong? Hold on. Gun tower. Kind Frake. Thank you very much for the follow. Is it doing damage? It is doing damage, right? You know what? There's always one way to find out if a tower is doing damage. We turn on the hacks, we give ourselves all the upgrade points, and then we just go, "Go, my child! Grow! Grow! Do all the damage!" Then, when they come around this corner, why is that one slowed? How are they in a line? Yep, okay, the tower does damage, although not as much as I would have expected. Why is coding? Yes, Bobs. Thank you for the hydrate, the posture check, and the stretch. I actually am sitting badly. How did you know? How did you know? How long would it take to make a PS1 game? I mean, it's mostly about the assets that are the issue. So it all depends. How much time do you have? I'm still sitting badly. God damn it. No. I would say, like, a PS1 game on PC if you've got assets, I mean, it depends on how complicated you want it to make. Probably it could take a month, take longer. Maybe a couple of months. Let's go with a couple of months. What was I doing? So now we have discovered that the code, well, we know that the projectile component inside, no, so we know, where is it? This one over here. We know we're updating all of this. Actually, you know what? I'm not convinced anymore. So let's see. One thing I do, wait a minute. There's another issue. Okay, before we play that, let's add range. Oh, no, it's attack speed. Do we have a key value for that? We do. What is the current value? What are the system requirements for doing things like this? Well, to use this engine, Unreal Engine, let's see, what are the system requirements? System requirements, Unreal Engine 5. So that's the system requirement. So you need Windows, a quad-core processor, 8 gigs of RAM, although you really do want more than that. And then apparently that's the graphics card that they want. And I think Unreal Engine from Epic Games Store is about 30 to 40 gigs at the moment. If you want to go for pure source code, you're looking at 600 or 700 gigs. So these are now being updated, I think. Let's check. Okay, so 400. Attack damage is 0. So that's definitely working. Attack speed is 0. Critical chance and thing. So we'll ignore that one. Damage. Damage I actually do want to check. What is the result of damage? So base value for damage is 0. Suspicious. So now damage should be 0, which it is, which is weird. Because I'm fairly certain we have that. So damage is broken. Speed, 0. So that one's broken. Crit chance, 5. And then crit amount, 10. So they're getting values, they're setting the values, but then something's broken. It's like 80 gigs on disk with the prerequisites and stuff. Oh yeah, you also need... I've got, you also need to install like Visual Studio. Well, do you need Visual Studio? Yes, you do actually. Because Unreal needs it. I think you have to have Visual Studio installed now. Even if you're not using it. Four cores, so I need 8 cores to run YouTube, Unreal Engine, and Video Editor all at once. Not necessarily. How many cores does it say? Quad core Intel thing. It's not a core per thing that you're doing. You need VS17 as far as I recall. Isn't it 2020, 2019? No, actually, I think it is still 17. You're right. I wonder when they're going to upgrade it to 2019, because that's now... What year are we in? 26. That's 7... Is it 7 years ago? Yeah. So that then happens. So then what happens after all of this? We do all of that. We set the attack tower weak struct, which is set... Attack damage is 25. This shouldn't exist. Okay, so we'll delete that. I'm looking at editing laptop. You might be able to, I mean, what you can always do is just install Unreal Engine and see how it goes. See how does it run. Tower projectile speed, that can stay. Projectile splash radius. These two can be deleted. To add 2 breakpoints, and then I can come back to them. Because here we actually update it. I don't know what I need. Any idea about Alienware 51 laptops? Not really. I mean, Alienware generally make very performant laptops. Quite expensive. I mean, you'll probably be fine with most of the Alienware range of laptops. Ultra 9, 5090, 64 gigs of RAM. If you're looking for performance and cheap, I'd suggest Gigabyte. Gigabyte's very good. I like Gigabyte and I like MSI. I mean, that'll definitely be able to run... That spec will definitely be able to run Unreal Engine. Now I don't know where the breakpoints were, so we can just click this. That's where it was. So we don't want these two. Okay, so that now updates all of that correctly, but... somewhere, and for some reason, the data is wrong. So let's open it again. And now what I want to do is I want to check why these are coming out as 0. Do they not exist? Let's go into the upgrade component. That's fine. Unless it runs twice, because Unreal does do these weird things. You have a Gigabyte G5, got it second hand. £600, that's not bad. 16 gigs of DDR5, 13 Gen i7 and a 4060. Yeah, it's decent spec. It does get super hot, yeah. What is the AI portion of the new Ultra chips? It's just a part of the chip that's specifically designed to be able to handle AI tasks. So if any local applications need sort of an AI specific chip, then it can run on there. You need to replace the thermal pad with the PTM9750 or something. It's a TPU in it. Your phone has a TPU? Photorealistic images on the device. Nice. Solid man, but 8 gig really like okay. I mean, it's supposed to be multi-platform. 8 gig is what they call the bare minimum. It's for Unreal Engine. If you're going to be doing Unreal Engine development, 16 is probably more the recommendation I would go with. The more you have, the better. Up until a point, like 32 is probably you'll be very much fine with Unreal Engine. 64, depending on what you're doing, is overkill. Although that being said, if you're doing the C++ side, then I could potentially recommend 64. You use 16 on one project, yeah. Oh, I've got my work project. I've maxed out a 64 gig machine on it. Okay, so that's 400. If we go into the upgrade component, what do we get back. So here, upgrade component. The base value is 400. So we should just stay at 400. Right. There we go. Then attack damage. It's currently 5, so go into it. So then upgrade state. Current damage is 0, but we've got 5 upgrade values. Max level is 5, upgrade value is 2, 4, 7, 10, 15. So pause that. And let's see. So if I do... Well, that's not helpful. I need to put this one down. So let's unpause that. Cannon tower. So what is the correct damage supposed to be for this one? Upgrade. Base values 100, 200, 400, 800. Those are upgrade costs. Value. What is this for? Damage. How is it 0.1 damage? Why does Durka to always get hit? Because they've got a US Air Force base there. Like 16 gigs is really putting in half the money into the system and mobile device, which your game probably won't run on. It's really struggling to less than 8 gigs of free RAM. Yeah, that's also true. This upgrade component seems wrong to me. The NPU and TPU are currently useless to buy unless you are ultimately running AI models, and God forbid you recall those features from Copilot. Very much, yeah. The thing is, everyone just like shoves this new AI stuff just down your throat. So, Canon, where's the damage? Yeah, that's not even correct. It's... Damage should be 25. I'm curious to see though, if I place this down, we open this, and we go upgrade, attack speed is wrong. I swear I have damage on here. Yeah, it's the first one. Attack speed, attack range. Who determines this order? I just want to... If I add a 5th row and I restart, what happens? Does it try and construct it? Okay, let's delete that. The attack speed, let's make the attack speed 1 for now. So damage, range, splash, crit damage, attack speed. Let's say that there's only 3 levels. The privacy policy might send the servers, but it deletes it instantly. If it goes there, it's passed onto the model and deleted the second it finishes. Also provided free 0 logging VPN. Who's this? Google is weirdly leading some of that, which is, I suppose, good to see. I'm at the don't know dang thing about computer's journey. In other words, what do I do? At the proportion. So, if you don't know anything about computers, either... I mean, YouTube is probably your best friend to figure out what do all the different things mean. I know Linus made a good video explaining like the difference between some of the different components and how to better choose them. And the GPU works way better than the NPU in numbers. I have owned and tested, so yeah. And models are currently not that fast or smart like online ones. There's not much running them offline. The problem with the online models is the ones you're using have so many parameters that it's so expensive to try and host one of those locally by yourself. So it makes it very difficult. Like some of the people were saying that like the good models that you want to run offline need like 96 gigs of RAM, which is like 3 to 4 graphics cards. First, you just define your purpose of what you want to do with your computer. That's the first step to figure out. That's a good way of looking at it, actually. This is broken. Okay, so let's do 3 upgrades. Base value 1. 0. 0.95. 0.9. 0.85. Oh wait, we can delete these. Save. Okay. Now it shows damage. Now we have too many. So damage, attack, explosion, crit. Do we have too many? I want to go standalone game. Yes, we do have too many. Need to compress the whole thing down a bit. How many did I have on the other one? Was it 6 or 7? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe editing high graphics gaming, maybe 3D models. So a high GPU intensive. Now the budget. That should help a lot, because I've just taken 5 off each one, 536. Let's see if we can reduce this height just a bit. Padding 0.5, where is that padding? Top. 2.5. Ah, that's the other one, 2.5. Okay. In fact, if we just do 0, what does that look like? Go, and let's reduce this outside padding to 5. No, 7.5. Compile, save. I need to actually shrink this whole thing down. There's way too much information on here at the moment. It's too big. There's something I'm willing to save for no space for desktop. A good GPU is which serves your needs and comes under your budget, and if possible, recommended buying from a thrift market like eBay. The current price is skyrocketing. The GPU pricing at the moment is a scary thought. What is the pricing for cloud computing? Because you mentioned that as an option. I've never actually considered that. But you'd still need a laptop or something, wouldn't you? That is a lot better. Let's figure out the the other component then. I'd like to make a game with 2 if I could learn some of this. Of course you can. You can definitely do it. There's lots of YouTube channels that allow you to do it. Actually, I have a link for you. Here is a link for you if you want to look at getting started. Not tower, we want widgets. Widgets. My ego has been permanently damaged as a Brit. Oh no, what did they do? If it's another American boiling water in a microwave. The French had offered military support if it's asked for. Oof. We've categorically refused. That's so funny. Right now I'm editing on a phone. That's impressive. We need padding between each of them now. And the trick for that is to actually put it on the top. So we take this and we say 20. Actually, let's make it 15. Then go into this. There's a vertical box. There's a spacer there. 20. 20. And 20. Then this one here, we make 15. Willing to save would be the task after deciding a budget. Also, the time taken to save money might prices go. So, if possible, try think of a budget, even if it might be high. I was actually about to say, because I agree with you on that one. Like, as much as a budget can be unlimited, if you don't know where the end goal is or have an idea of where the end goal is, you basically just save forever or never get to it. But by setting an end goal, let's say I'm going to use pounds because I'm in the UK, and you're going for a laptop. Let's say you set an end goal amount of £2,000 for a laptop. You at least know, okay, if I'm willing to save X amount per month, how long that's going to take. Because let's say you can only save £50 a month, or let's be generous. Let's say you're saving £100 a month. That means that that laptop's going to take 1.5 years to get there, because it's £1,200 a year. If it's actually 2,000, almost 2 years. If you go for 3,000, you're now approaching closer onto the point of almost 3 years. You'd be more impressed after seeing my theme song. That's about the extent of my good content, though. That sounds cool, though. Okay, so there's that component. We can save that. Then we can go into this. Let's add a top padding of 5. And see if that works. That works. I'm impressed at how quickly Unreal Engine is able to launch a Windows window, yes, that's what they're called, and put all this content in there. Like, I know technically they're live, it's already preloaded into the RAM because there's the editor, but still. Also, how cool is it that Steam just works? Why am I... Okay, Steam. Is $5,000, is that overkill? Yeah, it's very overkill. Thank you. I think that's definitely overkill. The problem is I can't tell you, without specifically looking at the specs, I can't tell you, okay, you could cut back on this or cut back on that. Because odds are at that price, you've gotten like, there'll be some things that are like way over. Okay, try get these specs, right? Let's say if you're willing to spend $5,000, that's fine. You're welcome to go for the top, but try get like a 5080, 5090 if you want, with a graphics card, so GPU. Then RAM, this is going to be the pain in the ass. Blackwell 6000. God damn it, Hexing. RAM, go for, if you're wanting to do dev, try get 64. I think that's a good round point. Storage, that's the other thing. I would go with 2 terabytes. Then CPU, this gets a bit complicated. So SSD, is that the specs for $5,000? I mean, Ultra 9's a good CPU. My issue with the Ultra 9 series on laptops is they often end up throttling because they can't provide enough adequate cooling. Personally, I'm much more of a fan of the AMD chips, although I haven't tested the AMD mobile chips, so I can't give you an accurate thing on that. I'm also editing 4K video. 4K video, the thing that you mostly want for that is a good SSD and a good CPU. You'd be surprised at how little the GPU actually affects that. When I do editing of videos, they what's the word? The only time the GPU is actually used is when I do the encoding at the very end, because I use AV1 encoding, and that's like the last bit that happens. 240 FPS film. Why 240? What platform are you uploading this to? Slow-mo. So you're taking 240 FPS and then reducing that down to what, 60? And is this for gameplay? The reason I ask is YouTube only supports, I think, a maximum of 60 FPS, so 4K 60. Actually, no, it can do 8K. I think it can only do 8K 30. Let's see. So they can only do 24, 25, 48, 50, and 60. And then where's resolution? Apparently resolution isn't a thing. It's just unlimited. No. Okay. YouTube 8K. Okay, apparently it can do... It should be able to do 8K at 60 FPS. That's quite interesting though. Oh, I got distracted. What was I doing? So I fixed one piece, which is the connection between the two. But now we've got the data that's not actually communicating properly. Okay, let's have a look at that. I will be right back. The cat wants a treat, and I can't say no to the cat. I have returned. It's 240 FPS to cut, 1/4 speed. That's 60 FPS native. Yeah, that makes sense. So what type of footage is it? What type of footage is it for? Like, what is the content that you are making? Or 60 FPS anchor? Yeah. It's an interesting thing because for cinematic based stuff, you're supposed to use a lower FPS. So like you're supposed to use for cinematic like 24. But I find that doesn't look good to me, even though that's like a movie recommended. Like when you get those pans in the movie and then like stutters, I find it horrible. All kinds, go see. Is it on this YouTube account? I have a secret project. Dun dun dun. So, okay, we can change this back to selected viewport. Redskin Garage. Ooh, nice. Ah, I see what you mean. You've just got like a collection of all sorts of different things. That's pretty cool. The good old days. Okay, let's have a look. So if we're setting the data, but we're not getting the correct data at the end, right? So those we know are working. So the update table here, is there a second one? There is, but it's still the same file. Oh, is this one of those weird times when Real just hates me? Let's check when we attach the components. So let's go back to the tower actor, and it's component upgrade. It leads to the secret project at the end goal. Nice. That's pretty cool. So we'll ignore that for now. And we go to here. Initialize a subsystem. So let's have a look at that and find out what happens when we initialize the subsystem. What data are we getting in this? So we get an upgrade. Do we have an upgrade component? We do. So we've got an upgrade component, and do we have an upgrade table? We do. So what is inside you? So row struct is update. I wish there was an easier way of reading this. Row. There we go. So damage. There's the key values. So that's the row map. One, two, three, four, five, six. That is the correct one, because remember we added the attack speed at the end. So then we go and initialize this. So initialize sets the internal one to that one. So it's a U object, base, row struct, field children, no, super script. Oh, it's a super struct. Where's all the data? Property wrappers, raw values, allocators, no. Oh, here's all the properties. So this is array of 16 elements, offset internal of this thing. So is percentage, descriptor, upgrade costs, property next index. Interesting. So this is stored. Weird. So each one links to the next one in its piece for what it needs. Oh, this is a specific row. That's just the U structure specific row, but where's the data? So if I go row map, we've got a value of that. That's that. But that then corresponds to basically impossible. Okay, fine. Initialize upgrades. What does that do? Load upgrade data from table. Here we go. So here's all of them. So this one is damage. Max 5, base 25, which is correct. 400, upgrade costs. 450. 750, that looks right. Hey there, I'm back. Welcome back. Damian, hello. How are you doing? You've been making some good progress. I saw your video earlier this week. It looks really cool. It's your trader thing. Where did I see it? It was on Blue Sky, wasn't it? I think it was on Blue Sky. And the last one should be attack speed, which it is, and it has the costs. Redskin Garage, hello. Thanks. I'm improving the FTUE for an indie showcase next week. Nice! By the way, where are you from? Like USA or somewhere else? So currently I live in the UK. Originally I'm from South Africa. Are you all from the US? You're you two over on YouTube. Texas, USA. Everyone's from the USA. Yeah, that explains the time zone for when you start streaming and it's like 12 o'clock at night where I am and I'm like, God damn it, UK mentioned. Rule Britannia. Britannia rules the waves. But when I want to express measurements in chat, I remind myself where the stream is. Oh, that's actually very considerate of you. Because people will come in here and speak feet and I'm like, I don't understand what this is. Then again, feet is somewhat used, so it's weird. It's one of those things where people here will use feet for measuring of height. 3.1 features a meter. Yeah, that's great, but it still doesn't help me. That means that 6'6" is 2 meters tall. They're a door tall. You see, that makes more sense to me. Like when someone is 2 meters tall, I can just say, oh, you're a door. But now I've got to remember that 6'6" means that they're a door. They're the height of a door. They're a walking door. Ding, ding, ding. Just imagine that. Also, Britons who use feet for height are French bastards. Stop measuring in American. We use real units. No, we don't. Have you not seen the speedometers that we have here? Miles per hour. My eBay might be better for you and try and get a 5080 to 5060 if possible. You got the money, drop it on AMD rather than Intel, and storage use SSD, not HSD. Yeah, don't use an HDD for video editing, especially if it's like 4K, 240 FPS. Metric system rules. Oh, I love the metric system. And boot use an NVMe. How many bald eagles per football field are you tall? I can't believe that the Mars orbiter failed in 1999 because of an improper metric English conversion. Honestly, I'm surprised that didn't happen more often than it did. I believe my height is in hamburgers. Measure my height in hamburgers. Nice. A true American. Eh? Wait a minute. What is this shit? Upgrade states dot add. So we create an empty one. What am I? What? Why not Intel? Intel in the latest revision of the latest CPUs haven't been doing very well. You get a lot better CPU going AMD at the moment. Basically, Intel is the stepped up skin, yeah. If you feel you might not have the space for it, might be better to use cloud service for hosting a PC. One British burger is the size of a regular burger. Maybe for an American grilling at home, McDonald's meat patties are so thin you could practically see through them. It's so they can cook them ultra fast. And they cook them from like frozen. Actually, I think they are frozen when they cook them. About having them super thin, they just cook the top and the bottom at the same time and just like psh. They're pre-cooked in warming drawers. Kick. Don't you come in here with that. Oh, the thought of that. Damn it, Mydrong. Why would you come in here and say, oh, I feel violently ill at the thought of just having a burger that is pre-cooked in a warming drawer? Why would you do this to me? You just woke up and chose violence. I'm willing to wait for quality and willing to pay an extra $1 if it's actual meat and not weird pig substance. It's like mystery meat. It might be meat, it might not be. It might be something else altogether. One guy said Intel would melt. Yeah. The internet is full of comedians. True. I hope I never use this property ever in my entire program. Fuck. I use it so much. Oh, I see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I'm somewhat on. Okay, it now makes sense again. I don't have to have stern words with myself later. Onions are rehydrated on site though, really? I'm trying to think if I remember what the onions taste like. I feel like that makes sense because I feel like they're not crunchy when you eat them, but I can't remember. Your entire Twitter feed is I'm asking why he's not tweeting it, lol. I mean, not that they're bad, but if you got a laptop, it might be better to go with Intel if you purchase choices in NPU. The newer partner series show somehow the what? Somewhat of a promise. This should be a lot better. British McDonald's doesn't do that. They're not allowed. The UK won't let food vendors get away with the things the US does. Yeah. The ingredients are engineered to make you want them. Have you seen like the difference between UK versus US McDonald's? Let's go UK versus US McDonald's fries. Let's look at the fries. No, I don't want to look at your stupid freaking whatever that is. There we go. Ah, yes, a Google ad for Google. So apparently that's what's in the UK one. And that's what is in the US one. Absolutely true. That's why I crave it for a once in a big while. That makes sense. Focus more on GPU and CPU compatibility if you get a 5090, and just a simple Intel might bottleneck the whole build. That's also true. At least we both have potatoes in our chips. We also both use vegetable. Actually, no. We use vegetable or sunflower and rapeseed. They use canola. Don't they also use... I think they use beef. I thought they use beef oil. Prepared in the restaurant using a non-homogeneous variable or salt added after cooking. I mean, it's just like some acids and apparently like all this different salting. And that was in 2015. I bet it got worse. Oh, yeah. True. They were goat back in the beef tallow days. Still good, but not as good. Yeah, I was still under the impression it was all cooked in beef tallow, but I suppose the amount of beef tallow they needed was just insane. I think Steak and Shake is bringing back beef tallow. Ooh. I know Five Guys use, I think, peanut oil. Unfortunately, they're not bringing it back themselves. They're closing around me like crazy. Oh no. We don't have that here. We have a Wendy's here. There's another US food chain that's just opened up here. Arby's closed around here. Not the most popular chain, but good for a roast beef sandwich. Ooh. Fraud is national security risk. Is that because they won't give the data? Or is it because they use HTTPS? You got to tell me which story it relates to, Hexig. There's so many going on. Mydrong, what time are you streaming? In 5 minutes. Who called this? I want to get out of here. There we go. You're not streaming today? How am I supposed to raid you if you're not streaming today? Maybe a RimWorld stream tonight. I promise I can speak. Fair. Because they won't comply with the Department of War, they want to use Claude for surveillance. Also check Gen. There's a great meme there. Well, also, I don't know if you know about your role in my last RimWorld colony. Well, the last I heard was what you told me, I think last week Saturday. Was it last week Saturday? I killed Who did I kill? I killed some. I got. Was it? Did I kill turning cogs something? I killed something relating to turning cog. Man, that was funny. It was so funny. I should have been quite sad about all the atrocities I was causing, but it was so funny. So what is the latest? Okay, so we initialize that. Okay, fine. Beep. Wait a minute. So now we initialize subsystems. Attack range 400. What is the damage here? Damage is 25, which is correct. Attack speed 1. Seems right. 5. 10. Okay. You kept giving Chonin Cog food poisoning, but the colony said you and Stevie got kidnapped and everyone else is dead. Man, this is like the best miniseries ever. I need to see if I catch if you play it today. I need to actually see if I catch it. Catch your stream because that is so funny. So critical. That is all correct. So then, if I go to when do we update the missile? Projectile. Is it not in here? OneDrive needs your permission to update sync. What do you mean it needs my permission? I never asked for permission. It just does shit without asking me. Now suddenly you need my permission to sync icons. That makes no sense. Now you've distracted me. Silly OneDrive. Oh, it's rotational, isn't it? This one. So projectile. Set attack. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. No one gives a shit. Ah. I remember what's wrong, because remember how I made a whole set of classes that I was supposed to use for setting the value? I over-engineered the shit out of things, and then I go, why is it not working? It's the beginning and end of your viewing pleasure.
Oh my god, they're pounding me already.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna watch this later. Oh, this is gonna be fun to watch. I look forward to watching that. Thank you for my viewing pleasure for later. Random question. Has anyone ever read the book series called Red Rising? Complete deviation of topic. But if you've been here a while, you know how quickly I jump from topic to topic. Upgrade tower stats. So then, don't we actually want set attack struct attack damage? There we go. No, you haven't. Sad state of affairs. In theory, if I've named these correctly, we can just do this. Oh, it's set attack struct. Didn't work for any of them. Fine. So set attack struct attack just range. kill that one, I'll do it just now. Set attack, struct, attack damage. Because I believe this also updates the internal one. Then why do I have an internal one? I need to rewrite that. Okay, I'm rewriting that. I'm doing it now. Attack range. I love these two macros. Because what they do is, if you haven't done it, it breaks. And that's what I want. I want to get instead of both of them. So then attack range. So set attack range. Is this used anywhere? So we set that, and then we actually do the same thing. Okay, what I actually want is... Boom has arrived! Holy damn! The speed of that boom was terrifying. It scared me into another existence. Okay, so let's do this. Why did I need that? I wanted to set this. That's why I need it. Hi, boom. How are you doing today, Boom? What, you've been playing lots of games this week. You're a gamer now. Professional gamer. I'm 3D modeling. What are you 3D modeling now? Whenever I saw you this week, you were gaming. I swear it. I swear it. I swear it on my tower's life. You're making an MMO RPG? What? Why have I not heard about this sooner? What's the theme? What's the type? Is it like Jedham's? Are you stealing Jedham's idea? Yeah. That's so cool. You're stealing everyone's idea. Oh no, quick, hide the code. Hide the code. No, that's even worse. Hide everything. Can't show nothing. Yeah, look at debug information. Can't steal nothing now. See, it's an error, so you can't steal. You steal my error. There you go. Aha, you're gonna be on a wild goose chase stealing my errors. No, stealing it all! Stop stealing all my stuff! You. Did you make a macro to be able to do that fast as fuck, or are you just that fast? Massive scrolling of a cat taking pictures. Chat pauses due to scrolling. Click to see new message. Click more to skip. Did I miss any other messages? No, okay. I'm learning multiplayer so I can VTube in multiplayer. I just did... Ah, yes. Thank you for the software update. This software update never installs, so how about no? Add replication, mono capture. That's so cool. You're gonna have like a multiplayer VTube hangout sesh. Then you can build the boom world. If people want to join, they have to have an avatar. Multiplayer is so much fun. Don't you lie to me, gamer. Don't you lie. Actually, you seem to have a good grasp of it, so you know what? Fine. I'll give it to you. I can't remember what was broken. Is this even broken anymore? Or is this actually working? I guess there's one way to test it. Reload and start.
I did.
Let's see if it works. Actually, wait, stop, open. I guess one way we can check if this works is just add like a cray. Actually, we have no idea. Let's enable the debug again. Go back. Press play. Let's add a cannon tower. Yeah. Go away. Then, if we go into the projectile class, I'll open my projectile class. Projectile. Here's my projectile class, and if we go... Ba, ba, ba. It's all of that. All of that. I have a pen in my hand. Everyone panic. So we've got determine and attack splash targets. Yes, that's the one we want. But where is... Let's just go with that. So start. Dun, dun. I want to get my demo out in spring and haven't even started the feature where players can squelch, ban, never match with other flag players in quick match again. In theory, that shouldn't be too hard to do, because you're gonna... You see, the only thing is, how do you keep a database of players? Like, where does that information live? Because if it's Steam, does Steam provide you with a sort of information like that? Because if they do, like if they can provide you with... See, they basically need a database thing. There's no central database. Each player maintains their own. But then, if each player maintains their own, you can just use the Steam ID of the player associated and then check the state. So you can go, you can have a ban list, and you can have a mute list, and you can have a so on and whatever list. And then if that player is there, then we just apply things. So, okay. So what information are you allowed to send? Because Steam will keep some player information stored thing. In the demo, I'll just have a flag for everything. But for early access, I'll have more gradually. Right, okay. See, here the attack damage is 27.5 again. Interesting. Projectile speed is correct. The attack damage is wrong. Also 27. Where does 27 come from? Okay, let's... Not fine. Let's just, for some reason, leave it like that. But now let's update. Let's add another one. Okay, so they're all going to get past there. So that gives me some time. So I can put that on there, add some upgrade points. And then if I go and upgrade this one, what damage does it come up with? Because if it's just an initial problem, then it's... I've got an idea where we can look. Attack damage 88. Oh. I know what it is. I forgot that I simplified things in some ways and managed to confuse myself. So class, when we have the number 88 and we have the number... How do we get to that number? If the value that we have was starting at 80, how do we get to 88? Well, if the critical damage is 10%, 80 plus 10% is 88. So it means that it was a crit. And it was a crit. Do I have a 100% crit rate? What's going on here? Bruh. What? Why is it 100% crit rate? Did I math the math wrong again? Every hit is a crit. What? Oh, hold on. There's some math here that we determine the crit rate. We do that. We draw the debug sphere, apply damage to target. But that's the hit actor. We never reset it, which means that if there's a crit, it's always a crit. Wait, no, this should override it. So there's a crit chance of 5. So if 5 is less than if... This is not supposed to be 0.5. Because I had them as whole values, so, which is fine. I'll just keep it like this. So what's currently happening is it has a 500% crit chance, which is guaranteed. I can't believe I just spent 45 minutes debugging something that I thought was broken, that was working correctly, all because it had a 100% crit chance. me sitting there. Why is it's supposed to be 25? Why am I getting 27.5? What's 10% of 25, man? Wow. I love how we're doing the calculate damage here. Wait, how are we doing calculate damage? This thing hasn't even turned around yet. As we calculate the damage before? Oh, we don't even do it on hit. Maybe that's wrong. No, that's fine, whatever. So was it a hit? No. So it's 25. So it's correct now. Fantastic. We fixed it. We have fixed it. Do not worry. Okay, so tower hits. Tower fixes. Damage no longer hits for 100% crit. What else did I fix? Update correctly applied on the start on tower updates correctly applied on startup. Tower upgrades correctly applied on startup. Good. Fantastic. Good job, everybody. All right, we are going to raid out. Who to raid? As I need to get going, so raid TMTX. No, TMTX not live, so we can raid 2 nerdy nerds. Well, that was a long war. What do you mean? Is the war over already? Is that a raid? Oh, that was a very long war. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Hexic, thank you very much. I will speak to you later. If I remember the thing that I wanted to tell you, I will tell you later. Oh, well, one other thing, Hexic. I now have another AP. So I've got 2 APs and 1 UDM Pro. So I'm gonna play with that at some point. You guys are too good at this. Bye, Boom. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the spam. Good luck with the MMORPG. Actually, they're on different channels. Lol. There's your raid message. Use that. Use whatever you want. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. So otherwise, if not, I will see you next weekend. Bye, everybody. Bye.